my device is one that I've made for autistic children. When autistic children are triggered, they're very sensitive to external stimuli, and anything can trigger them. So once the meltdown has taken place, it becomes very difficult for the caretaker to manage the child. If we can prevent or like predict when the meltdown is going to happen or when the child is triggered, so that we can intervene at an earlier stage and maybe help the child and the caretaker so that they go through much lesser stress. So I've made a device that can be worn on the wrist. So every time your pulse rate or your heart rate reaches above a threshold value, the caretaker gets an alert on their phone saying that the child has been triggered. They can intervene and comfort the child so that there's much less chances of it becoming a bigger issue than it is.
So if I've understood correctly, essentially what you're looking to invent is a smartwatch specifically customized for children with special needs.
Yes.
There's so many smart watches that already have pulse readers and heartbeat readers.
It's already very common in the market, but I want to make one that is compact and much more comfortable for people, and especially because this is for children, so I want it to be much more comfortable.
Have you spent any time around children with special needs or with autism
Yes,
yourself?
I've spoken, there were 2 kids in my class who've gone through, so I've seen their caretakers come with them to school, and whenever they're triggered, they just sometimes they shout, sometimes it's really difficult for the caretaker to predict it because you can't really know when the child has been triggered because they're really, really sensitive to the external environment.
Have you spent time with caregivers of children with special needs?
I've spoken to 3 caregivers, so my family knows 2 people who have children who are autistic. So I've spoken to them and they've also realized the need for something like this.
And what is it that you're expecting from the lab phase if you do go into it?
So right now, I've built a circuit, for the watch, but I need the components to be much lighter and much more compact. Also, the other features, like the pulse, the location detector and sweat detector, they're already available in the market, but to integrate them into the prototype is a task that I would want to do in the lab.
Yeah, great.
Thank you. That was really well done. All the very best.
It's so fantastic to see so many youngsters dealing with, such, like you said, empathetic issues. It's really wonderful.
Thank you.
I completely second that thought. I think this generation is so aware and so confident and just wanting to work on the betterment of the society, which I think none of us are even aware of that. So I think that's great, Sifat.
There's so many great options. I'm going to have to sift it through all of them.
Sifat. I was waiting for that. I was just waiting for that.